Welcome to Fuwairit Kite Beach in Qatar. As you can see behind me, the wind's absolutely pumping today. It's blowing about 35 miles an hour. It's been windy ever since I got here, and the forecast looks set to continue like that for some time. I'm going to get into the travel guide, explain to you a little bit about where this place is, what to do when you get here, and how to get the most out of your stay. Welcome to kiteboarding Disneyland. So this is a purpose-built kiteboarding destination. I'm going to take you around some of the facilities that it's got. It's one of the most amazing places that I've ever seen, and I'd like to nickname it the kiteboarding Disneyland. If you're into kiteboarding and you want to come somewhere that's literally a mecca for it, then this place is it. And by mecca, I don't just mean the conditions, I mean this place is a purpose-built shrine to everything that is kite. So before this place opened, Fuwairit Beach was one of the most popular spots with the locals, namely because of the incredible lagoons that it has. It's about an hour away from Doha, which houses the main airport for Qatar. So when you fly in, you're only an hour's transfer away from this incredible spot. Sarah Lord is one of the pioneers here, and she's been kiteboarding in Qatar for longer than most. She was one of the driving forces behind getting this place off the ground, and it's kind of her baby and an homage to everything that she thinks a kite centre should have. The kite centre itself is absolutely spellbinding, and I'll take you for a little walk around that in a moment. But let's talk about the kiting. This place is windy. As you can see, it's absolutely howling today. I've been here for a few days now. I've had wind every day. The wind lasts all day long as well. So from about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, the breeze starts blowing. It gets stronger and stronger throughout the afternoon until about 5:30, when it starts to die off just a little bit and perhaps get a little bit more gusty. It's a thermal desert wind, so do expect it to be quite warm. The sun is pretty brutal as well, which is why I'm wearing this hat, hooded top, sunglasses and plenty of sun cream. So these flat water lagoons stretch for as far as the eye can see out that way, and they're absolutely huge. Think of it as like a Brazil in the Middle East. It's much less busy though. There's hardly anybody here, even though today is a busy day for the locals. The water's flat, as you can expect from a lagoon, and you can ride upwind and find little sandbars and mangroves and places to ride where it's absolutely butter flat. The spot is tidal, and it's worth bearing that in mind. However, there are low tide spots to ride as well. Whilst I've been here, it's been high tide middle of the day, so this lagoon's been absolutely huge. As the tide goes out, it gets a little bit smaller, but you do get more sandbars to play on, which means much more flat water. At low tide, there is a flat water spot over in the distance over there. That's absolutely fantastic. I was there this morning. You can see some of the footage from that place now. What I really liked about that area was you had loads of flat water and then some kickers on the outside of the lagoon. Those kickers are still there, and they're almost big enough to ride a surfboard as well, which is what I'm going to do after I finish making this video today. The waves aren't big, only a couple of foot at best, but that's not bad for the Middle East. So let's talk about that wind. As I mentioned, it is absolutely honking today, but it is consistent. This isn't a gusty wind at all. It's very warm. It's worth bearing that in mind. I'm here at the end of the season, so it is a little bit hot right now. I think we're looking at about 38 degrees at the moment, but if you come in earlier season, it's actually a lot cooler. The season in its entirety runs from November until mid-July. Mid-July is getting towards the end, that's when it gets a little bit hotter, so if you don't like the heat, come November, January, that kind of time, and you'll find it's much cooler then. In terms of what you'll need to bring with you, the kite centre here, which I'm going to take you around now, has absolutely everything. They've got loads of kites. I've never seen a more well-stocked kite centre. They've got harnesses, booties for your feet, literally everything. You could just pack your bag and come with some clothes. If you do want to bring something, perhaps bring a harness. If you want to bring your own gear, you're very welcome to bring that too. In addition to all the fantastic equipment, they've got an amazing team here as well. There are ICAO qualified instructors that can help you learn, and also a whole team of beach staff that are ready to get you set up and on the water as quickly as possible. All you need to do is rock up, let them know what size kite you want, what kind of bar you want, and what board you want, and then you just need to hook in and go and have some fun. They'll set all the kit up for you, help you with launching and landing, and everyone on the team kites, so they know what they're doing and they know what they're talking about. What if you've never been kiteboarding before? Well, Fuwairit Kite Beach is a fantastic place to learn. I've already mentioned the flat water, incredibly smooth and consistent wind, but the staff make all the difference. The ICAO qualified instructors are really patient, and I've watched their hands-on approach with a lot of students this week, and they seem to really care about getting you on the water. They've all got headsets, so they're in direct communication all the time. They can tell you everything that you need to do, and this lagoon is absolutely perfect for learning. So if you've never been kiteboarding, definitely consider this as a place to visit, although once you've been kiteboarding here, you're going to be spoiled for everywhere else that you ever go. As well as the kite centre, they've also got a really well equipped shop, so if you forget anything like a rash vest or wetsuit or harness, if you need anything like that, you can always purchase it when you get here. They also sell kites, boards, everything that you'd need to get on the water. If you want to avoid the heat, come earlier in the season. If you're not too bothered about temperatures and you like it warm, come a little bit later on in the season. I've just rocked up in my rash vest and my board shorts. I did bring a wetsuit, but there's no way I'll be putting that on at the moment. The water's super warm as well. If you come early season, it'll be a little bit cooler. The guys are talking about wearing maybe a 3mm shorty or something like that just to keep the chill off. One of the things it's worth speaking about is what an impact this has made for the Qatari people themselves. This isn't a resort that was purpose-built for tourists, although obviously they do push it towards people coming in from outside of Qatar, but it was also designed to get local Qatari people into the sport of kiteboarding. So what sort of a kiter should think about coming here? Well, just about anyone really. I first came to Qatar about 3 years ago when they signed up the agreement with Qatar Airlines and the GKA, and I looked at it as a bit of a freestyle place, mainly because I came with a bunch of freestyle riders and they were busting some tricks in the lagoon, and it genuinely looked one of the most amazing spots for doing freestyle that I've ever been to. However, having spent a few days here now, it absolutely rocks for those of you that want to get big air. There's plenty of wind and all I've been doing is boosting pretty big on a twin tip out there. There's loads of flat water, great for free ride. If it's high tide, you can even foil in the lagoon as well, and you can take your foil out over into the ocean and foil out there too. So just about anyone is going to benefit from coming here. If you like consistent wind, this is a place for you. Let's chat a little bit about where you'll be staying. The hotel here is part of the Hilton Tapestry collection. Hilton's obviously a well-known hotel brand, and they've certainly done a fantastic job with the accommodation, restaurant, bar and swimming pool area. All the beachfront rooms have balcony areas, and I'd highly recommend you plump for one of those if you can. You get your own outdoor shower, there's a hammock, there's a chill out area, and it's quite nice just to lay in the shade and watch the kiters on the water at the end of the day. Food in the restaurant is fantastic. I've been eating there on a full board basis, so I've sampled the breakfast, lunches and dinners. There's quite a wide menu with lots of salads, things like poke bowls, nice chicken sandwiches, you name it, they've got it. They also do a good staple of burgers, pasta and pizza. Everyone I've come across in the hotel is really pleased to see you. They can't do enough to help, and they're all really friendly, and it's made me feel very welcome indeed. I can't fault the hotel or the staff at all. It's been absolutely fantastic. If you do luck out and get a no-wind day, which I can't quite believe having been here for a few days now and it blowing every single day that I've been here from 9 o'clock until 5:30, at least until it gets dark, there are other things to do. So at the kite centre they've got paddle boards, they've got e-foils, they've got the Radin e-surfboards as well, so there's plenty of things to play on the water if there's no wind. At the hotel, they've also got a really well-equipped gym, an incredible yoga studio with one of the best views I've ever seen, and a volleyball court and a beach football pitch as well. There's also an outdoor cinema, so you can watch a film in the evenings. Plus inside the hotel, they've got pool, which is free, and baby foot too. You're never going to get bored. You can also go into Doha and check out everything that has to offer. From visiting the souk in the evening and doing some shopping, to checking out some of the incredible museums that tell you about the Qatari way of life. You're certainly never going to get bored if you come here, but I highly suspect if you do, it's going to be windy every day and you'll be spending all your time on the water. So to sum up on the amazing Fuwairit Kite Beach, it's an incredible place to visit. I would recommend putting it on your bucket list and making sure you come at least once during your kite career. It literally is the kiteboarding Disneyland. The conditions are absolutely fantastic, the lagoons are huge, the water's flat, it's not crowded, and the wind is some of the most consistent that I've come across. I'm filming this little outro about 9 o'clock this morning and it is honking already. I could already be out there on a 10-meter kite boosting some big jumps, and it's going to carry on blowing all day. With loads of flights coming in from Doha, it's also really easy to get here, and a short 1-hour transfer makes it highly desirable for any travelling kiteboarder. It's definitely one of the coolest places that I've ever been to, and it's really great to see somewhere put kiteboarding on the map as much as this. If you've never been to a purpose-built kite resort before, then you're going to be in for a treat when you come to Fuwairit Kite Beach. Make sure you put it on your list to do at least once in your life, but I'm sure if you come here once, you'll be coming back again and again.